This is going to be my review of the GSG, or the German Sports Goods G14. This is a rifle that's based quite heavily on the G36C platform. Now you will see me actually cut to my own G36C here, and initially you're probably going to think these don't look alike at all. Now as you notice me zoom over the rifle, you will see there's actually quite a lot of similarities. Now going towards the fire control group, as you can see me do here, you will notice that the selector switch, the trigger, the magazine release, the magazine, even the bolt hold open are all quite similar between the two. Panning towards the rifle, the rail attachment points are in the same place, the flash hides are the same, the front rail actually comes off in a similar fashion, the top rail somewhat similar too. So looking at the GSG now, and you compare those 2 points again, you can actually see that there actually are quite a lot of similarities. The main obvious difference is the large plastic shell that the rifle was in. It's a lot bulkier, it's a lot uglier. To be completely honest, I don't think it's actually as versatile and comfortable to use as the actual G36C. It's a lot of extra bulk and weight. Honestly, I don't really see the purpose in adding all that. So as you can see, the fire control group's pretty much the same. The rails are in the same place, the flash hides are similar. You've also got the rail on top too. Obviously there's some different styling choices with the rifle, but a lot of the key points are actually somewhat similar. The difference being, rather than having a folding stock, this actually has a 6-position retracting stock. Not the biggest fan of it because the cheek piece is moulded in. Aiming down the sight is a little bit finicky, I'll be completely honest. So as you can see me holding the rifle up, it is a bulky thing. As I said before, you're getting all this extra bulk and weight for no real gain. The G36C is so much more streamlined. Honestly, I do just generally prefer it. So the stock is probably something you probably see more on a Scar than a G36. I mean, the adjustments are nice, but with the cheek piece being moulded in, it's hard to aim down the flip-up iron sights, which are actually pretty decent. So the magazines are just standard G36C magazines. The magazine release is exactly the same, so I use Tokyo Marui mags in mine, so just sort of put that out there. The bolt hold open, the difference being on this one, it actually does work on the G14. It does have an electric blowback. It's pretty nice, to be honest. It's quite chunky. The charging handle can be slapped through to either side, whether you did righty or lefty. So it's just a nice little feature, I guess, that adds to the rifle. The gun itself, with it being somewhat similar to the G36C, the battery compartment comes off the same. You just pull out the pin, you slide the battery in and close the cover shut again. Now, with the rifle being a lot bulkier, you can actually fit a much bigger battery in here. I have a 9.6 volt large type. Having a bigger battery does help because the electric blowback, you know, it is going to sap a little bit of the juice. So that is one benefit, at least, with it being a little bit bigger. Okay, so let's actually talk about firing the rifle now. I'm using a 9.6 volt large type battery, and even though it's got the electric blowback, it doesn't really take much out of the rate of fire. You're looking around 850 to 900 rounds a minute, and the electric blowback does actually make things feel really crisp and solid. It doesn't really add any recoil, but you get a really nice positive sound out of it. So really there's no complaints from me in regards to that. You may have noticed the 2-round burst on the rifle, which I really think adds to the uniqueness of the gun. So not only have you got such a unique looking rifle, but the 2-round burst, especially for a rifle out the factory that's had no modifications, it's just a nice little addition, I think. With it being G36C based, you can see I've clamped the 2 magazines together. It's just a nice little added feature, I guess. Accuracy, it's standard AEG scale really. 30 metres it'll hit a man-sized target fine. 40 metres doable. 50 metres you're really going to have to start looking at upgrading the hop up and the inner barrel, really, if you want to be shooting out of those ranges. But I never bought this rifle to skirmish. This was just something I wanted because it looks so unique. Compared to a G36C, I think it's completely impractical, almost hideous, all the extra bulk for no much real gain. But as I say, I wanted the rifle because it looks so unique. The electric blowback really sold it for me, and to be honest, the fact I got it cheap because no one was buying them, you know, it's always a little bonus. So yeah, in general, my own personal opinion though is if you're after something different, and you can accept the fact that it looks a little strange, it's a perfectly functional rifle, if a little bulky, but its uniqueness really does set it out, and I can guarantee you, you take this down the field, no one else is going to have one. So yeah, that's my general impression on this rifle. It's not bad at all. Cheers for watching.